What is up, people? Half Slab Bacon back with another episode of Ark on the Sandbox. Yeah, baby. So, it's building weekend, peeps. So, yeah, I showed you I was grinding away like crazy, and here we are. We're ready to do the stuff and things, baby. We're gonna grind the snot out of this boy. Now, I did have a place in mind for the water. And if I remember correctly, I think it was right here. Alright, peeps, so I did what I should have done the first time. I grabbed my old stone ones and just kind of laid those out to have a look and made sure I got it straight. Plus, they go blue, right, when they're connected properly. So I was able to check if that intake, even though it's under the stone, actually works. And it appears that it does. So the next step, I think, is going to be to go like so. And then we are going to grab our metal irrigation. And I think I had one straight pipe in there that we're going to need. There we go. I knew it was in there somewhere, peeps. Okay, so now we should just be able to demolish that, and that'll link up, and that leaves us kind of a line on the outside that's not, you know, ungodly sticking out. It's there, it's visible, but it looks like it would in real life. It looks like a professional water installation. And then what I want to do here is we're going to just break these. And I don't want to go all the way down this because here's my plan. We're going to have a cage out here, and what's going to be on this side is going to be the water stuff. So when we get to like the point where we can have an industrial cooker, we'll put that here and that kind of thing. So we'll want some existing plumbing. And the nice thing about doing it this way is once it's in here, we can kind of go down as far as we want, right? Like, the structure's in place. So, in case we want to do plumbing on this side, it's there, it's ready to rock. Now we can take our foundations, and we'll grab a bunch more of them in a sec. Holy lag. Yeah, do you have a problem with going there? And we can start replacing the stuff and things. Now I do want a line going into the house for tap purposes, so we'll run one here and we'll run one here, and hopefully it doesn't cause us any issues with anything else. That way we've got plumbing, because this stone kind of marks where I'd like to have the house. It's, you know, perpendicular or flush on the other side, however you want to say it. But now we should be able to start putting our stone in across this side, right? Same technique I used before, and the plumbing's there, so should we put something in, it's going to snap to it. Like, I want a stone and metal look here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the two mixed, but the metal railings, if you make a fence out of those, they look absolutely awesome. Okay, so we're going to have plenty of room back in this corner for an electrical generator, and we will be able to go up against the wall, it looks like, and that's what I want. I want the generator in the back corner where it causes the least amount of noise type deal. See what I mean? Like, they look good together, is what I was thinking, guys. They do look pretty freaking awesome together, and that's why I wanted to go this route. The trick is going to be, can we get, because when I set the dimensions, I was thinking behemoth. I actually made the behemoth, and then I looked at it and put it the heck away, because I was like, no. That's way too big. Yeah, it's these ones that gotta go. Oh, I hate that sound. Don't worry, guys. I planned. I knew this was going to happen. I've actually got, like, a ridiculous amount of metal stashed aside to be able to handle this. It's not my day, peeps. Alright, peeps, so I broke a ton more metal, which sucks, but oh well, you know, it is what it is. What are you gonna do, right? So, should we do it? Should we do it? Should we do it? Should we do it? Okay, we've committed, guys. That's it on that one. Ooh, I hate committing with stuff this expensive. We committed. They're in. Okay. Now, let's see if all this is a colossal failure, shall we? We're just going to try and keep it relatively lined up with the pillars, and we'll commit that one too. Let's check her out, peeps. You know what? That doesn't look too bad, people. And how's that look? Does it go right into the stone so it looks like it's shorter than it is? It does. Sweet. Check that out, people. Not too shabby at all. Yeah, I like that. That is looking good. Now we can get to work on the rest of it, and, you know, just like so. Alright, peeps, so there's the walls up. As you can see, I've placed a metal for a door here, and that's going to be imperative later on. We're going to actually put maybe like a window up top of that, and then see if we can snap some railings on top of that. And if not, well, that just sucks, but, you know, there's not much you can do about it. I tried snapping a foundation because I thought that would look like wicked cool. And just have the fences directly above that. But yeah, unfortunately that doesn't seem to work. So now we can put those aside. And do we have any other crap and things on us? Not really, which is good. Now we get into the more complicated part of the build, which is going to involve walls and doors and that kind of stuff and things. And the walls are heavy as snot, so we'll probably take half. I also want the greenhouse walls and the metal pillars, so maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll start with those, actually, so you guys can see what I'm not moving, stuck. Yeah. Yeah, this is working out good for me. Okay, I'll be RBs. Haha, silly me. I actually just realized that before we get that done, we kind of got to get our electrical cable in place so we can get the generator, because we want to run that into the house before we start putting the walls and stuff up, right? Just kind of common sense. Now, I'm not sure on this how this is going to work out in terms of generator placement, because, you know, I did like most other peeps, and I did this the hard way earlier on and realized that I freaking hate all the exposed wires. So we're definitely going to want a cross section there, and then I'm hoping it doesn't give us too much trouble snapping underneath. No, it doesn't look like it's gonna. Place, and place. See? Magic. I probably didn't make enough stray cables now that I'm thinking about it, peeps. But, yeah, I like breaking the thatch out so we can see what we're doing. And, you know, crap. This is going to be the hard part. I don't know. Go on, faith. Probably got it. You know what I mean? It probably snapped. We're about to find out. These aren't too expensive either, so I wouldn't be heartbroken if it didn't, if you follow me. Yeah, that looks pretty good because really I think the only electrical we're going to need in this corner is going to be our lamppost. Now, on to that. I know our generator needs to connect to a cable. We should have grabbed some stone things while we were there. Where are our stone stuff and things? Did I put them somewhere else? Stone foundations. There we go. We'll put those there. Is that too many? That's probably too many. I'll grab more off camera. Yeah, that's way too many. So yeah, my plan is not to need any water or any of the other stuff and things over here. So once that's placed, we can pretty much just bury those like it's so, and we're good to go. And then we have our electrical wiring running across without it being a nuisance visibly. Same as our plumbing. That's literally the main goal here. Now what I need to know is... No, go there, dummy. Now that that's there, and we can break this, is... Because I know it snaps if you put the generator like kind of right off top. Oh, good. See, it does look like it's definitely snapping. Yeah, see, it doesn't really seem to snap to anything. Which kind of sucks, because you know how they shoot those wires out from all over the place? That's what I want to avoid. So I'm willing to use extra of these to avoid that, if you follow me. So if we go like that, now is that going to want to snap to that? Or can we just put it on top of the junction box? And that should power it. I believe we'll get power without, you know, having those ugly, that's my bum. Yes, place. No? Hello? And where the hell are we? 6 hours later? Oh, this game, man. I tell you, peeps. Okay, let's get back in our proper view here. Now that we know that that's there. Like that. Yeah, I like that. And we have light. Check it out, peeps. Now, the reason I'm only putting 2 at the back here is... because, yeah, I don't want... I don't want an overabundance of light, and those omnidirectionals, they don't look that bright during the day, but they give off an insane, like, it's redonkulous. An insane amount of light. Well, I guess we can place the other one, because we know that snaps right now, which is what we wanted to see, right? So, bam, placed just like that. And I believe we were off to the side like this. That way it'll have the same orientation when we place it over here. And by doing it this way, we get rid of those ugly, if you've watched other people's videos. If I place that away from that electrical outlet, it just casts this random, like, silver line across that's supposed to be, you know, a power feed. And it is hideous. By doing it this way, we get rid of that, and it just looks pretty, and that makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to our cables. And as I had said, I might not have made enough of these, but I kind of want the option out here to go wherever. So we're going to repeat the same process, because that gives us... I can link to it from outside, just about anywhere along this wall, should I decide to put some lighting or something on the outside. And I also have it built in that I can run it anywhere across the floor that I want to go. Now, my plan initially is... We'll let that update while we say, "Hi, Ivory!" Whoa! Legalicious. My plan initially is just to kind of get this inside of the house, and we're good to go from there. Now, we're definitely doing the same thing all the way across this way, without a doubt, because we're going to want the option, especially in the house, to run electrical anywhere. And at a minimum, we're going to all four corners in the house to set our lighting up, because I want to lighten each corner of the house. So we'll snap these runs like this. I mean, they don't really cost much of a difference at all. So it's worth the extra effort initially. You know, that's the problem I find a lot of people have, is they don't plan. Let's get rid of that just so we can see, make sure we're snapping properly. They don't plan the electrical. They do the build first, and then they do the electrical after. And when you think about it, that makes absolutely no freaking sense whatsoever. When a house is actually designed IRL, is that how they do things? No, that's not how they do things. Not freaking at all. Not at all. They draw up blueprints to include everything. The plumbing, the whole nines. It's all figured out before they lay a single block. And that's why we're going to do the same thing here. That way, you've got electrical running throughout your house without it being a frickin' eyesore. So yeah, basically from here, I think I'm pretty much ready. I'm at the stage where I can fill in all this stone and start looking at putting our walls up in our house and everything. So I'm going to get that portion done, and I'll BRBs, peeps. Alright, peeps, so I'm now running the electrical into the house portion of our build. And as you can see, the slope we took, I'm just running straight cables along the front, because I'm not, like, expecting to have to need to run anything immediately off any of those paths. We've got the cross cables here, so I can pull from any direction there, should I choose at any time. And, you know, part of the trick is you don't necessarily know whether things are snapping or not when they're buried. So that's kind of why, well, holy lag. I wanted to show you a trick, what you can do here. Now, you see how that's not snapping anywhere? What'll happen is when we get to the cable, the last cable I ran, see, it's snapping. So now I know just by facing that direction, I can right click on that and then hit my straight cable, and even though I can't see it, it's snapping because I use something that'll allow me a visual confirmation that it's snapping. And that's what we want to see, right? Again, here it's not going to give me the visual, but it will snap. Like what I would want to kind of confirm that going outside, just in case I want it out there, is at this stage, and I don't know if I have any on me, but I could use the electrical box just to kind of confirm it. Alright, peeps, so now you get a pretty good idea of just how bright those lights are with only the two going at night. Yeah, it's pretty impressive, ain't it? I mean, the sky's lightening up just now, but it was full on dark prior to that, and we're good to go. So, I ran into something I don't like here. It turns out, and I learned something, because I've actually never gone from stone over to metal before, and it turns out when you snap them to the stone, they're buried in the stone, but the stone's just a little bit higher of a platform than the metal, so they poke through. And the worst part is, when they're powered, they're bright frickin' yellow. So, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do about that. Now, I was thinking one possibility, but, you know, honestly, if I had planned on doing that, I would have left it all frickin'... Oh, and that overlaps there, isn't that interesting? I would have left it all thatch, and I would have just placed all ceilings down. So, yep, that's just a little bit frustrating, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it yet. But, you know, it's a pre-alpha game, and that's kind of the way you figure this stuff out, is just by going along. Now, we have an issue here, and that's why you see me playing with these, where I kind of want to have pillars on the other end of this whole fiasco. And in order to do that, we're going to have to get these to snap all the way across, so we can snap our walls to that, because we're going to need them to see how it's trying to do that double snap. You got to be careful when you're doing something like this, or, well, it's an exercise in frustration. Put it that way. So, we're going to run these along each side. And I think I forgot to grab the pillars. And I'm sorry it's going to be overly shiny during the day in here. What we're not going to get done today is I'm actually going to paint the floor. And that is going to be for the exact reason that I don't want to have to put up with oodles of shine, shine, shine in this place. Look how there's like 3 snap points all of a sudden. There, there, and there. So we want it to try and line up in the middle of that pillar, so the pillars kind of line up. Alright, peeps. So, yeah, stuff and things. Now we can get our pillars here. And those are really bothering me, and the grass in the house is going to bother me too. Like crazy, so I haven't even decided what I'm going to do about that yet. But I do know I want to go up the same height with these pillars, I believe anyways, as I'm going with the stone pillars on the back. Just to kind of give the house a little detail. Nothing too fancy, you know. After all, we're building it out of metal, so we want it to look good, right? So that'll be like a so. And then what I actually want to do is find the center, and it should be 4 out from either side. So we've got, well, we can cheat, and we can go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll be our center point. And I want to snap, well, that helps. Thanks, game. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so this will be our center point. That's where our front door is going to go. So I kind of wanted to go like this for the front door and put like an all glass door in just for effect, and have the metal kind of rounded out. I think it'll look cool. And the reason I'm carrying all these glass windows is, like I said, the view's so beautiful over here. It's too foggy to see, but you can kind of catch the angle of the sunrise and the sunset from over on this side. So I wanted to have, and we got to make sure this actually snaps in right. Might have to do it from outside to get it to snap properly. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, we could go that front snap point, because these have so many snaps, but as you can see, if we go with that front snap point, we're going to have a lip. Now, I seriously am debating on whether I want to go ahead and put those metal ceilings all the way across just to cover up the electrical, because I know I can still get the box through. And I don't care about that little lip of metal we'll see on the outside. I really, really don't. Oh, it looks like it didn't snap right anyways. So I was kind of thinking we'd take a risk on breaking some stuff here and just kind of see what'll happen if we place them. Because I know we can get the other stuff and things to line up just fine after the fact. That's not going to be an issue. So let's see what happens if we actually place our windows like that. And then, because there's a foundation there, do that. Will it place? Is it going to break the glass? Is it going to break the electrical? It shouldn't break the electrical. Is it ever going to place? Game? Hello? McFly? Or is it just actually refusing to place? Now, these also have 2 snap points, so I think it might just plain old be refusing to place. What if we do it from this angle? Interesting. I really didn't want that there. Alright, peeps, so I placed our lovely little door just to get that out of the way. And, you know, now that's going to allow us to kind of do this above. Which is kind of the look I was going for. I think, you know, if we run the metal walls across the top like a so. That's lined up, right? And window onto here. That one's not lined up. Get on there properly. And then let's check. And I'd be pissed if I end up having to break those, because those are expensive. The metal's bad enough. That stuff is ridiculous. Okay, no, we don't want the gate on our bird. Ugh. That's what I was afraid of. Here we go. Do or die, like it or lump it. Right, peeps? I guess that's what it is. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now, what happens when we put our door in? This is the moment of truth, people. That looks pretty pimpin', if I do say so myself. Definitely sticks out a little bit more than I wanted. That's no good. That's, I don't know what to do there. Holy leg. How does the door open? I guess it wouldn't be too bad if we ran the windows all the way up to the top. Okay, I thought about it here, peeps, and bird. Get out of the way. We're going to turn a negative into a positive here. And we're actually going to box the whole thing in with glass all the way around it. I think that'll look pretty cool from up top. I'm just concerned about the fact that... See how it's not wanting to place those there? And I don't get what that's about. They should just snap. You know, by rights, they should snap. Maybe I have to run some metal across the top before they'll snap into place. I'm thinking that's the case. But yeah, that'll look pretty epic from up above, I think. Well, people, I am darn near out of cementing paste, and I am out of crystal. So, I think we're actually going to have to give it a rest soon, believe it or not. I'm amazed it came that far. I didn't think it would. Are we going to be able to snap them any... Okay. You know what? That's a good snap point, actually. Because that'll give us room to put other stuff and things. So, let's see how these lights are going to look in here. There we go. Wowzers! I should maybe be, putting those the other way? What do you think? Instead of having them frickin' shine. Wow. That's intense. Is there like... Turn off, set pin code, demolish. You can't change. I've never really used these before. And I've never really seen anybody else use them before. And now I see why. Yeah, I think we're going to switch to maybe the omnidirectionals in here, because that glare is, well, I don't know. They're not expensive, so I don't really care that much. Let's see what happens if we snap one How far can we go here? Oh, we can, eh? See, now I like that. Now, what happens if we snap that there, and then we just put this bad boy right up against the wall like that? I actually like that better. How about that? Oh, that glare is unreal. Yet this one has got to go. I don't care, like I said, these aren't that expensive. So I can put that like, hey, that'll flicker outside. That'll be kind of a cool effect. We'll use them for now, and we'll see how it looks after we paint. Because when you're not standing at them, they actually look alright. So we might go with that. We'll see. Okay, so the plan here. Up top there, I don't know how I'm supposed to get that wall in. I'm thinking I'm going to have to do the roof first. I'd kind of like to stop at that height and run the ceilings out from there, which I thought I had made a whack of, and maybe I did, maybe I left them up there, I don't know. I did a lot of this, like, stayed up way too late. No sleepy, that kind of stuff and thing. So I was thinking with these walls, we're going to go like a so, and like a so, and like a so we get a little bit more privacy on the front half of the building. But it's still kind of got, like, that openness to it that's important to me for this build. Yeah, no. You're going to want to snap right so I don't punch you in the penis. Okay? Good boy. We're doing it, peeps. We're doing it. So what I was thinking is we go like that, right? And then we have our refrigerators. Let's put one at the back. Just for good measure. Why didn't that... Can you not... What the shiznay, Ark? I don't care. But yeah. I was kind of thinking that way, and then we have, like, our refrigerators here. Like so. So why don't we go like... This game is driving me mental. How can you not be snapping? Okay, it snapped that time. And that side snapped, so I just need to fix that wall over there. I'll do all that off camera, peeps. Is that good? Didn't purge through the wall on any sides? No, we're good. Oh, no, see? That's that line I'm talking about. I can't stand those. And that's why we probably should have placed this first. Because those should power off that. I don't want that line there. And I don't know how to... How you figure, game? Okay, peeps, so I knew I was forgetting something. The preserving bins, that's right. Now, I think we can get two in here. There, placed. Now, from the exact same position, if we just drag forward... There! I knew it was possible. Ta-da! Yes! It finally updated. Those cables are gone. Yes! Unpowered, but it should work. I'm happy. So then we'll do the same thing here. Okay, it worked that time. And then just kind of put like our fabricator and our smithy here. That's good. I'm happy with that. No. Snap into the wall that's there, ass monkey. We can. I'm happy about that, guys, because that means now that's going to be a thing. But yeah, I think we're done today. I don't even know how long this is. This is going to be a long episode. Probably time-lapsing some of it just because it's... I've got, I think, an hour and a half of footage from this build's taking way longer than I expected, considering how well I planned it out. We're just running into... Yeah, that looks awesome. That's a thing. You guys get the idea. Hope you liked how the build looks so far. I gotta admit, so far I'm pretty happy with it. It's been a lot of work and a ton of resources, but hey. Check it out, peeps. That's a pretty awesome looking build. We do gotta paint the back of the rusty things, but yeah. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you. Why does he stand like a retard when he does that? Oh, I guess he does it with that too. Whatever. Anyways, see you on the next episode of Ark on the Sandbox, boys and girls. Thanks for watching. Smash the like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Bye!